thank you again for giving me the opportunity to be here. Thank you for everything that you do, and looking forward to an amazing year ahead. So I was provided with a number of questions that I would like to be able to answer for you, some things that are on people's minds.
One of the things that the X39 will do is increase the production of antioxidants and decrease inflammation in the level of your pain, and an improvement in mobility and an overall improvement in how you feel. The most exciting thing about the X39 and some of the most dramatic testimonials that we have received are in the area of wound healing. Now, clinical research has already established and proven that elevation of the compound that we're elevating with X39 causes stem cells to elevate production of growth factors and lead to dramatic increases in the rate at which our bodies heal. So wound healing, of course, is a natural process, and as we age, the quality of our stem cells diminish. So by the time we get over the age of 60, the stem cells are no longer moving very quickly, and they're not releasing the growth factors needed to repair damage to the body. So this is why people over the age of 60 and 70 start to notice they really don't heal either very well or at all anymore. So the X39 helps to support the natural wound healing process, and this leads to a faster recovery.
And here you can see we came out with X39 in July of 2018. We were in pre-launch back then. And this is a person that had open heart surgery. And you can see that a year after the surgery, they still had a scar, as you would expect. But even after just a month of using X39, there's a dramatic reduction in the appearance of that scar. This is someone that had a surgery. They applied X39, and in only 2 weeks, a dramatic reduction in the appearance of the scar.
One of the things that stem cells can do is initiate a process in the skin called remodeling. And part of this has to do with the increase in collagen production. It all simply means that there will be a reduction in the appearance of scars.
Now, where do you apply the patch? Well, this is what is so fantastic about X39. In our studies, we simply have people apply it either on the back of the neck or below the belly button. Some people like to apply the product right at the side of the wound. And if you want to do that, you can, but it doesn't seem to matter. Here was a young man that was in a snowboarding accident, and you can see after 5 days, he had a dramatic improvement. This was a fellow that was in a car accident, and he was lucky to regain function of his hand, and you can see after 2 months, barely the sign of a scar. Okay, and we have many, many examples.
Now here's another big one. Now this doesn't show up immediately, of course, but it does show up starting at about 3 or 4 weeks and through about the first 12 weeks of using the X39. Now, when we activate stem cells in the body, one of the ways stem cells function is to increase the amount of collagen. And so collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. Now, many of us are conditioned to thinking that collagen is in the skin, but it's actually everywhere throughout the body.
Now, this would be a very typical example of someone that uses X39 for about 3 months, where you get an improvement in complexion, tightening of the skin. You see an improvement in the eyes because of detoxification, and just an overall healthy glow. Now, this would be what happens in some people after about 6 months or so of using X39. We sometimes get these very, very dramatic transformations. But again, this is what you might see as very typical results with X39 over about 3 months.
So what do we mean by youth renewal? Well, X39 elevates a compound in the body that has been proven in clinical research to rewrite thousands of genes to a younger and healthier state. Now, let me put this in context for you. There's around 18 or 19,000 genes in the body that encode for proteins. And as we age, we start to lose access to this information. It's a process genetically that's called hypermethylation, but for you and I, what it simply means is that we can no longer access information in our bodies that we did have access to when we were younger. The X39 changes this, though. There will be thousands of genes that will be reset.
And then I saved this one for last because, again, we often get very dramatic testimonials on using X39. And this is a woman in Denmark who's dealing with some health challenges. Her daughter gave her X39 to support her health. And of course, everyone was amazed to see what happened to her only 2 months later after using the product.
Now, another benefit that people have reported to us with the X39 is hair growth. The benefit of the X39 is an improvement in sleep.